What's going on YouTube? It's Sean here, back today to give you guys a review of the Nike Air More Uptempo in the Olympic colorway. This 2020 version is the first time we've seen this shoe since it last retroed back in 2016. This pair retailed for $175 US, which translates to about 250 Canadian. The official colorway for this shoe is white and midnight navy. Originally, these dropped back in 1996, and the Air More Uptempo is one of the most iconic and most recognizable basketball shoes of the 1990s. Worn famously by Scottie Pippen of the Chicago Bulls, this specific version was worn by Pippen during the 1996 Olympics in Atlanta. So I'd say that other than the original black and white pair, this Olympic colorway is arguably the second most popular colorway of all time. As a kid growing up in the 90s, even though I wasn't lucky enough to get this shoe, I definitely remember my friends wearing these. So I won't lie, it does feel pretty special that now I'm all grown up and I'm able to add this shoe to my collection. I do have to say though, the way the shoe was released was a little bit strange. There was pretty much zero hype behind this release, and they randomly just showed up on Nike.com one day, and then a few sneaker boutiques in the US also released their pairs very quietly in the following months. Still, with all that said, let's jump straight into the shoe and I'll give you guys a closer look. So the upper of the sneaker is constructed out of a combination of Durabuck and white leather. Durabuck is a term coined by Nike, which is essentially a synthetic nubuck. This is these navy blue hits that you see on the shoe. And then overlaid on top, for example on the toe box, we have this white tumbled leather, which is accented with a navy blue colored swoosh. On both the lateral and the medial side of the shoe, we have these big letters which spell out the word Air, and these are also constructed out of that same white tumbled leather. If we move on to the back end of the shoe, you'll see that leather wraps around the back, and then on top of this, we have this navy blue jeweled swoosh. At the top of the back heel, we have this heel pull tab, and underneath this, we have Scottie Pippen's Olympic number 8, embroidered in a combination of navy blue and gold. As for the laces, these come with a rope style lace in navy, and you also see there's these 3 bungee cords which run across the width of the shoe, and this gives you some additional lockdown on the sneaker. Underneath this, we have the tongue. So the bottom half of the tongue is constructed out of navy blue colored mesh, while the top half of the tongue is constructed out of Durabuck with this oval patch of leather, which has a red Nike swoosh embroidered in the center. We also have a tongue pull tab as well, which is very similar to the pull tab on the heel. Pulling out the insoles, these come with a navy blue colored insole with the classic Nike Air branding stamped on the heel in white. The upper of these Air More Uptempos sits atop this polyurethane foam midsole, and you'll see it's painted in such a way where it gives off the effect that the letters on the side panels extend all the way to the bottom. There's also a small Nike swoosh on the back as well, and then encapsulated within this foam midsole, we do have a full-length Nike Air sole unit. So the air bubble is visible through 4 different windows on the sides and 1 on the back, and the air unit itself is colored in gold. Turning the shoe over to the bottom, so here we have your outsole. So this is done in a combination of navy blue and white, and it's accented with this large Nike swoosh on the forefoot in red, another one on the back heel, along with the word Air at the very bottom. For those of you guys wondering how these fit, so generally they fit true to size, but they are a little bit on the bigger end. So if you are in between sizes, I'd probably go down to the smaller size, but for me, my feet measures as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side. I got these in a size 10, and overall they fit me decently, but I feel like I probably could get away with half size down if I wanted to. Still, sticking true to size was perfectly fine, but if you're the type that really likes a lockdown fit, then you'd probably want to go half size down. Next up in terms of comfort, so unfortunately, this shoe is pretty brickish on feet. It feels pretty heavy in hand, and despite having full-length Air, honestly you can't really feel it underfoot. I don't know if it's just a matter of breaking them in, but straight out of the box they felt pretty stiff, pretty clunky, and pretty heavy. With all that out of the way, let's lace up these Air More Uptempos, and I'll show you guys how this Olympic colorway looks on feet. As I said from the start, this Olympic colorway of the Air More Uptempo is definitely up there in terms of the most iconic colorways of this shoe. When I think of the 90s, this shoe definitely comes to mind, and though it's not a shoe that has a ton of hype, It's a shoe that means a lot to me because it's something that I personally grew up with. So all in all, I'm super excited to add this pair to my collection, and it'll go very nicely next to my black and white pair. So let me know in the comments section down below what you guys think about the Air More Uptempo in this Olympic colorway. How do you guys feel about this bulky 90s silhouette, and what do you think about this colorway too? If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Give me a follow on Instagram at esco8. Check out my Twitter at sean.go, and visit my website at seango.ca. So until next time, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this review, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.